grab some eggs off this fella. Oh no, it's a girl. Sorry, love.
Everything you've ever wanted to do is doing it.
Task of making order victorious over chaos or damage.
One that builds up and creates.
Manifest the idea. Now then, you see.
What's the secret to happiness? Finding something you love and then doing that for the rest of your life. What is freedom? Waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night, and in between doing exactly what I want to do.
Okay, so they're putting the big fences up. Bit of a progress report, how these things are coming along. A couple of years in the making. They're clearing that land in there now too. Used to be tin in front of the timber paling, so you couldn't see in there, but they've levelled it out. Looks like they're going to build. And this one here, this is Neenee's cousin's place. Sabadi. Oh, they got a picture up there. I don't think they'll drag their feet in doing that one. They've been hammering tongs into it for the last couple of weeks. Also, a big shout out to Lee and Peter. Couple of subscribers living here in Vientiane. Turned up at the restaurant the other night. How you going, guys? Thanks for dropping by. I was just on my way home from the gym. They had only just arrived. So. Luckily, when I return home from the gym, I just ride up through the restaurant, make sure everything's in order before it's opening, and bumped into the fellas. Couple of really nice guys. I did pose them with the question also. One's lived here 3 years, the other one 10 years. Both of them have travelled. And asked them, after spending the amount of time they have here now, can they see themselves being anywhere else? And neither of them hesitated, just straight away. It was just, no, I can't. They're here for good now. Now, one I'm guessing was in his early 40s maybe. The other similar age to me, mid 50s. And both of them had a similar opinion of the place than what I do. It's not necessarily the cost of living here, but the ease that you can live here. The people, and the simple way of life. Yeah, what the hell does the simple way of life mean? Because in the West, we have made everything simple. Payway, for example, paying with your card. You don't need cash, you just tap and go. Everything you can do online, order. It's simple in a totally different way here. And I'll discuss that in more detail as we go. Just keep your eyes peeled and see if you know what I'm talking about as far as simple way of life. Anybody who has spent a considerable amount of time here will understand exactly what I mean. Because in comparison to the Western world, life does not seem so simple. It doesn't. Sounds like I'm contradicting myself, aren't I? But nah, there are big differences. Anyway, here's my gym, guys. Here is my gym. So if anybody can remember, This is where the gym used to be, the barbers. Then the gym was just downstairs, little narrow gym for 10,000 kip, which is about $1. I got a feeling, at a guess, I don't know, I'm just guessing, they're going to put a ladies' hairdressers in there. We'll see how I go. Anyway, the gym is still here. It's just upstairs now. Hello, Sabadi. Cup Jay. It's a little cafe in here too. So this was still part of the old gym. And that's where the hairdresser's going in. They've been painting. I can smell it. But this rarely gets used. It's more like just storage for excess equipment now. They are still constructing, so apologies for the noise. And twice the size up here is what the old gym was. Twice the size for only 50% more. It is now 15,000 kip, about $1.50 US. And not so dark, a lot more breezy and cooler, especially this time of year. So, coming at this time of the day, I usually got the whole place to myself. Okay, that was a little bit longer than expected. Usually at the gym 50 minutes to 50 to 70 minutes. Going home, I usually go the long way. I don't go home the way I came, the shortest way. Just a bit longer ride, just to cool down, just warm down. But today I'll take you guys in. Got to get oats, which I can usually get at my local convenience store. But I want some wrap bread, so I'll head into Home Ideal. It's the closest one around, I think, that I've noticed sells it. I'm not sure if Mini Big C does, but it's a better ride into Home Ideal, okay? Remember a few months ago, it was mainly during the lockdowns, Neenee and myself got into the habit, because of lockdown, of going in shopping once a week or once a fortnight. Well, that's out the window now. I'll just concentrate on Crazy Corner here. I think I've got it. Oh, jagged it. We haven't done that since lockdown's lifted over a month ago. And it comes down to the simple way of life here. Wherever you go, on the side of the street here, you can pick up meat, you can pick up fruit and veg. We don't need to go for a shopping trip anymore. Hands up, who goes for a shopping trip once a week or once a fortnight? A big shop I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Now, with everything being open, me going to the gym regularly 4 or 5 days a week, Yesterday I got some fruit, and I don't have to go out of my own neighbourhood to buy anything. In the Western world, you cannot just ride along the street and pick up bread, pick up milk, pick up, oh well, you can in some corner shops, but fruit and veg and meat, you usually have to go to the retail area, district or commercial area of your hometown. Where because it isn't zoned like the zones we have in the Western world, your residential zones, your retail zones, commercial, industrial zones, things like that, mostly everything's mixed in here, except for the industrial. The industrial isn't mixed in here, but and people can just go out onto their front footpath and sell veg. They'll go to the markets in the morning, wholesale markets, and pick up some stuff to sell that afternoon out the front of their place in a little stall. Look at this, it's green light. We've still got these suckers coming for us. Still. There we go. It doesn't stay green very long along there. But what I'm saying is, we don't run out of food. If we're starting to get light or something, I'm usually passing that on the way back home. It's within a kilometre of us. So there is no need to go for a big shop. It is so much more simple. That may not sound like a big thing to a lot of yous, but there you go, I'm letting you in. Come on. Pretty sure some people don't know how wide their car is. It really does make things a lot more convenient. Why do I ride a bike when I got a car and a motorbike? For this reason. I can virtually get around town, probably most certainly quicker on my push bike than a car. Not so motorbike, but this is healthier for you, isn't it? Oh, you have to pay attention now, guys. A lot of bikes like to do U-turns right here. Got a green light up there we're not going to make. Or are we? Pedal down. Oh, we got it. Go you good thing. So really the only things I do need to come in for is just something I can whack in my backpack. It's not a big shop. In the Western world, you've got to leave your house, go on a journey to the shopping area, whether it's a mall, supermarket, whatnot, find a car park, grab a trolley, load up. It's a bloody mission. Here, it's just an excuse to get out for the afternoon. You just do it on your travels. The biggest concern here is finding somewhere to lock your bike, and I just have. Oats, wrap bread, butter. That'll do today. Just enough to fit in my backpack. Just bits and pieces each day. And we found we don't even have to go shopping. I will point out though, Laos can be very cheap to live. But if you are attached to a lot of your Western style foods, it can be more expensive to eat here than back home in Australia. I would buy a kilo of those in Oz for about $1.50. There's 400 grams, 24,000 for $2.40, around that US. But I like my oats. I forgot to get a basket. I'll pinch this one. Somebody left one. Took me a while to find their wrap bread here. They keep it in the fridge. It's usually just kept on the shelves in Oz. Butter. New Zealand butter. $7 on the butter. Oh, I shouldn't have come up here. Bloody chocolate, Swiss classic. Righto. That'll teach me. Should have just stuck to me lane. 250 grams of almonds, $3.50, 35,000 kit. It's pretty much on par, I think, what we pay back home. Hello, Sabadi. Seen a few Farungs around today. Maybe they are in town. It is the 12th. The place did open for tour group ventures on the 1st. There hasn't been anything reported about that yet for me to give you guys an update, so we'll do when it eventuates. Just sneak my way in here. Which way will I go? Here we go. I was about to piss off then that the police are still over there. For sure that'd cost me 50,000 kip. I'd see a Farung on a bike shooting a red light. There's some drinking money, thank you very much. But that's it. If I was to contemplate doing that at home, it would cost me a lot more than bloody $5. Shooting a red light, what does that cost you in Oz now? Somebody would know. Somebody's done it recently, I bet. I bet you it's more than $250. And a good whack in your points on your license. What's it going to cost you here? Whatever you got in your wallet, between 50 to 100 if you're Farung. It's probably only about 20,000 kip. $2 if you're a local. There we go. It is just a very different pace of life here. Is it the safest? No. It's not safe in the Western world either. But just to stick to one subject today of what makes a simple life. There are many attributes to that, but just for today's video, there's things like this. I don't even have to get off my bike to get any mandarins if I want. Up here further, there's bananas, there's chicken and ducks. You can get your lotto on the way home. Everything is out on the street. It is not locked up in a bloody air-conditioned complex where you've got to walk 500 metres from the car park to get into the place, and you're just inside. The Lao people do their living on the outside. Everything's outdoors. I've taken you to malls here. They're isolated. 3/4 of the things just shut, empty floor spaces. But outside in the streets, that's where it's all at. Yeah, really, as far as Western worlds, I only have Australia to compare. But it's not exciting going shopping in Australia. You know, or just driving the streets, or walking the streets, riding the streets. You know, 2 years, I've been coming here since 2014. Been living here for 2 years non-stop. And I still get excited when I'm out on the road, passing all these vendors, seeing the people out on the streets, living their lives. It is a different world. It isn't for everybody, no. You see that one, Trev? Yeah, old mate Trev's got one of them. You're not going anywhere, are you? Hey guys, how he's going? A fine example of Lao living, what I'm talking about. Some people may think it's a nightmare. Could not do it. I think it's great. I'll take a shortcut. Don't shut the gates on me, guys. Coming through. Even when Neenee and myself have been out for the day and coming home, oh, what do we need? It's not a matter of going into the shopping centre or supermarket. It is just a matter of keeping your eye out for one of these little stalls, see what they've got. Hello. Now, and if they don't have it and you want some milk, there's a convenience store every couple of 100 metres. She's smiling at me because she thinks I'm cute, or because I'm fucking talking to myself. I think she thought I was cute. mechanic right there. There's a lady here. There's a butcher shop here. The lady. Grab some eggs off this fella. Oh no, it's a girl. Sorry, love. Get your lotto tickets in. And if all else fails, we've got another bloody shop on the corner here to Homsip, our lane. Right there. I know a couple of times when we've been overwhelmed by customers, I've made a mad dash there just to pick up some emergency beer lao and a little Saturday night entertainment. You can always come down, have a few beers and a bit of cockfighting with the old mates there at the Cockfighters Ranch. Hello, Subodhi. Hello, mate. Benjang Day. So that is one example of the simple life here. There you are. The road is wet just to keep the dust down from our patrons here. Go for a flyby. Here are the boys. Up with the staff. Hey fellas.